I'm Kitty Benson. I'm the minister here at Unity. I just found my way. I was looking for a book one day and found a bookstore that was associated with the Unity Church and thought, wow, maybe this is my chance to come back into a spiritual community again. And I was just thrilled that I did because it was really starting to speak to the heart that I had begun to develop at that time in my life. So I have been in Unity since about 1990.
As I said, I've gone to many churches, and I have to say that this one is the best one I've ever been to, and I can attribute that to three different qualities that I get here. One of them is the energy and the community here is extremely positive and uplifting. And I think that's because of the other 2 points, which is that Reverend Kitty gives very deep and what I like to call meaty lectures. You can really sort of chew on those ideas all week long. And she really dives deep. She's very prepared. She has great visuals, great quotations. You can tell she's very well read. So she's not at all fluffy in her lectures, and I really appreciate that because I really come for a deeper understanding than I can typically get for myself during the week while I'm working and doing all my things. And then the other part, which is just as powerful here, is the music. When I first came here, I was astounded, that I was so blessed to be able to come 5 minutes from my house and hear great guitar work, a fantastic singer with words that are meaningful. And that has just deepened and deepened for me. I mean, I find myself able to remember the words to the songs and sing them to myself on my way to work, which is really me doing meditation and affirmation. And I really appreciate the fact that I can do that while I'm driving, because trying to fit in all these things that we want to and like to do for our spiritual upliftment, like, I'd love to meditate and I'd love to exercise more and I'd love to, spend time doing affirmations and denials and that type of thing. But, the long and the short of it is I work an 11-and-a-half-hour day and I commute, a long commute. And so the singing and the music has been really just very powerful. And so the combination of the powerful music, the powerful lecture, and the community is just, there's no way that I'm going to miss it. I come every Sunday. I look forward to it. It keeps me going. The couple times I didn't come, I really felt it, as a lack in my week. So it's really a wonderful place.
But if I want to talk about a couple of really interesting aha moments that I had here at Unity, I remember one week Reverend Kitty was talking about sin. And I grew up with, sin is this awful thing within you that you do, and you're born with this sin on your heart, and you should hang your head low because it means you're somehow inherently bad. At least that's the message I got. I don't know that anyone actually said that to me, but as a little kid, that's what I heard. But when I came here, I knew that wasn't right, but I didn't know how else to think of it. And she had a whole experience where she had a bow and arrow, and she was pointing it at this bullseye, and she pulled back the bow and it missed. And she said, literally, sin just means you're missing the mark. We're just not getting that center where we need to be. And I loved thinking of sin that way, because then I can agree, if that's how you define sin, that we're just missing our mark spiritually, we're not doing the most spiritual thing we can while we're here on earth, I can agree that we're sinful then, because we're missing the mark all over the place, and we keep striving to hit that mark and to grow, but we're human too. So that happens. So that really helped me in thinking about my upbringing, rather than getting angry about it or disagreeing with some people in my family or my friends that believe and interpret sin a different way. Now I can agree with them because I interpret sin in a non-judgmental way, but a compassionate way. compassionate way for me, the spiritual being, and me, the human being.
That's yeah. It's, you know, what is it? It's joyful. It's exciting to be here, to be among a community of people that are uplifting, that you come here every week and you get to not just hear a message, but it's that whole thing of like you're abiding in something and something is abiding in you, and it's rich, and it's, I mean, the word joyful, I can't, there's not a morning I would wake up on a Sunday and think, oh, I gotta go to church this morning, or it's a drudge, or I have to go. I look forward to it and I can't wait, and it's you know, it's enriching, but it's joyful at the same time.
It put responsibility back on me, first of all. You know, I'd been raised to believe that there was another power out there working against me and that I had to fear it. And I started to understand that the presence of God is all there is, that it fills my being, it fills all beings, that you can't go anywhere where God is not. And that when I started to really understand that, I realized that Spirit needed to have my agreement, my responsibility for it to express through me. So what mattered to me at this point was there wasn't a doctrine of condemnation. There was a doctrine of creativity. There was the opportunity to allow that power of God to flow through me. And one of the things that really appeals to me about unity is the idea that our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs are what create our reality. So I kind of combined that with what I learned in the faith movement and started paying attention to what I was thinking, paying attention to what kind of beliefs I'd been creating throughout my life that was now contributing to what I was experiencing. And the more that I studied and spent time in prayer and meditation, and just hung out with other people at Unity, the more I started to become aware of how powerful and how delightful and creative our life can be as we commune with that Spirit within and put our focus on God versus what's going wrong in my life. And it really has made a big difference.
Put in one word, the first word that came to mind was joy.
Nurturing.
I think I used the word already, astounding.
Joy.
Peace. I have a lot of other words.
It's a loving community.
Fun.
It's peace. Loving.
Unity in Naperville is love.
My spiritual home.
I would say a community, a loving community. It's encouraging.
It's a place where I can remember to be positive.
Joy.
Unity is home. It's a safe place. It's a place to come to renew yourself and refresh yourself and to find assistance and friendship and help.
Unity in Naperville is the most loving, caring community I've ever been involved with.